Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Hello, hello, and welcome back to another live stream. How's it going, everyone? It's Friday. Yay. Friday. Oh, guys, welcome in. How's it going? Doing well? Doing okay. I am both looking forward to and dreading the weekend. It's a very conflicting time right now for me. I'm both looking forward to the weekend and I'm dreading the weekend. Okay, you know. Because tomorrow is Saturday, which means, you know, new episode of Solo Leveling, so I'm excited for that. It's gonna be a good episode, I can tell. But then I also need to tomorrow I need to print out all my tax stuff and Sunday go and do my taxes. And I never heard back about like all my info. What time is the release? 9:35 a.m. Pacific time. Convert to whatever time zone. I think it's +4 for you. So if it's 9:45, it'll be like 1:35 a.m. or 1:35 p.m. for you. Do I have a printer? No, but there's a store a block away that does printing. So you know, you give them a few dollars, and then they'll print stuff for you. It's great. You don't have to pay, you know, $1,000 for printer and ink. You just pay, you know, $10 a year and you have all the printing you need. Basically. So I don't need that much printing. But yeah, I gotta print out the tax stuff. And then I pray basically that it's all gonna be fine. I don't know. But yeah, I say 9:35 by the way. It's actually supposed to be 9:30 a.m. Pacific, but it's never 9:30. It's usually a few minutes late. So if you check at 9:35, it's there. So that's because yeah, it's the only show I've ever cared about the exact time it releases. So I know. But yeah, so it's gonna be you know, an up and down weekend for me. We'll see how it goes. You know, come Monday, I will either be panicking and potentially canceling Monday's stream, or everything will be fine. So I'm gonna hope that everything's gonna be fine. It's not guaranteed, but I'm really hoping it's gonna be fine. I effectively have to do 3 sets of taxes. Sort of. Definitely 2, maybe potentially 3. Ask ChatGPT to do it? Yeah, no, it's not very good. It's not very good. I didn't realize how bad ChatGPT was. And for anything that requires the internet and searching, until I actually just tried to use Rock once, and I still have to say it. I haven't tried the Chinese deep search, whatever it's called, deep sea AI one. I haven't tried it. I don't know. Maybe that one's the best. Yeah, DeepSeek, that one. But yeah, there's a bit of a difference. So I guess specifically for searching. Hey Mario, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Well, yeah, that's more or less it. Today, we're gonna be doing some AI stuff, continuing from yesterday. Watched a video today. People were using DeepSeek as a professor for another AI, like getting good data and feeding it to the second AI one. So are they trying to train AI on other AI? Is that what I'm hearing? If DeepSeek is open source, isn't it? So could you theoretically know all the training data? Oh my god, I saw an like a headline. I didn't even read the article. I saw a headline somewhere like today or past few days where it was like, Meta says that, you know, if AI cannot train on copyrighted data, it's the end of AI. I'm like, you shouldn't be allowed to train on copyrighted data. Yeah. So it's ironic that, you know, they're complaining about supposedly DeepSeek taking their, you know, copyrighted data when they've taken copyrighted data. I found that so ironic and funny. And you can run locally? Yeah, apparently. I should look into it. Specifically because you can run it locally. I feel if you can, because you can run it locally, you could theoretically do a lot of interesting stuff with it. Like assuming you can write to files and things of that nature. Slash read from files when local. Because that could be kind of cool. I have not enough to do it while streaming. Which I guess is the only time I'd actually want to use it. Now I think about it. So I guess more the better. Yeah, I have, I think 16 gigs on a 4080. I think it's 16 gigs. I don't remember the exact. Yeah, I was looking actually for shits and giggles. I was looking into see like how's the 5000 series, and I was looking at the performance graphs and like, my god, they're not much better than just my regular 4080. It's not even super, it's just 4080 regular. Like, yeah, like if I 5090 sure is better, but so is the 4090 in that regard, right? But it's kind of, it's funny to me, and yet it's The thing is, Nvidia doesn't care, right? Because Nvidia has the market. I have an Nvidia card. And maybe you're wondering, like, why did I go Nvidia and not AMD? Simple. 3D. My choices are limited because of 3D. I can only go Nvidia. Things like Blender specifically use CUDA cores. Far better. The performance on Nvidia in the 3D space is just objectively better. That's it. That's the only reason. If AMD and Unreal and Blender and all 3D programs performed at least as good as Nvidia, people switch to AMD. Or at least more people would switch to it. But because of features and performance, it's one only. DeepSeek R1 really can run this model since it's 14 billion, so you can fit it on your 16 gigabytes. I mean, probably. Well, VRAM, keep in mind that when your computer is running, part of that machine is just running some amount, right? So, like right now, just having things open, I am using 8 gigabytes of VRAM. So I have about 8 gigabytes of VRAM right now available to me. But I have Unreal open, streaming, and things like that. But still, right? Like, when you have 16, you don't always have actually 16 because you need it for other stuff. Yeah, we're improving the quality of the model. Interesting. For each billions of parameters, there's usually an extra gig of VRAM. Well, if I have like nothing else running, then probably. But I think even a blank Windows probably uses more than 2 gigabytes of VRAM. Crazy how fast 8 gigabytes of VRAM became entry level tier. What do you mean? It's been a while. It's been a while since 8 gigabytes was a thing. Like a decade ago, I think people were using 8 gigabytes. 46 of 8 gigabytes on a video card is just a brick. I think it's a waste of money. No matter how, even if it's $20, I mean, it's better than nothing. I have a 4060 in my laptop, and the only reason I was fine with that is because it's an actual dedicated GPU. But otherwise, if I was getting like an actual built computer, I would never go with an 8 gig card. Like, I'd rather have my old 2080 Ti with I think 12 gigs than a 4060, even though I'd be like generations behind. Because just games and everything requires more VRAM. Yeah, it's kind of crazy, and it is what it is. I say these days it's 12 minimum, 16 recommended, is what I would say. Assuming you want to play modern like titles at good graphics settings, like, and not like bare like low set. Like, when people say, yeah, you can play it on a game on low settings, I don't consider that playing the game. Personally, I'm a very visual person. I don't like looking at the lowest resolution I can just to play the game. I do want to enjoy the visual experience as well. Not every game is considerably worse, but most are, right? You see a visual difference when you go to the lower quality. So, yeah. RTX 3050 4 gigabyte was recent. Sorry, did you say 4 gigabyte? Wait, I'm sorry. They made a 3000 series of 4 gigabytes. Can't even search the word VRAM. VRAM. 4 gigabytes? What the hell's the point of the card? The hell's the point of the card? Who is it for? I guess in laptops, maybe? Like if you're using just like, but at that point, just use integrated. I mean, honestly. I mean, yeah, it's better. Okay, it's better than integrated. Sure. Like, you're not, okay. At that point, you're not getting a GPU to play games. Or do any 3D stuff, right? You're not. Dear God. Yeah, like, if you want to play modern games on, I'd say at least medium settings, I would say your minimum is 12. That's where I would go. Like medium high settings. I'd say your medium minimum is 12. Gigabytes we get minimum requirement for 2K resolution above. To be well, 2K 19 okay, 2K doesn't make sense to me. 1920 by 1080 if you're saying horizontal, I hate 4K by the way. If you're saying horizontal is 2K, so you mean 1080p? Because 1920 by 1080 is 2000 wide. I hate 4K as a resolution. Why did we go from vertical to horizontal? 1080, 480, 720, 1080, 1440. That's not the horizontal resolution. That's the vertical resolution. 4K, horizontal. $2K, you mean 1440p? How is 2K 1440p? I don't. The one that's closer to it is 1920, because then it's almost 2000 exactly wide. It makes no sense. Hey, Mike, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Let's go back to CRT TVs. No, let's not. My desk would crumble. I have 2 thick old monitors already that I would love to replace one day. They're literally, what, 15 years old? These monitors are, the ones I have on my sides right now are about 15 years old. Yeah. They're still going, by the way. 15-year-old monitors, 1440p, 60 hertz. You can find my monitor for you guys. Found it. Trying to find like good pictures of it. This is my monitor. Well, these are my side monitors. These are my old 15-year-old monitors. Article from 2010. I have the Dell Ultra Sharp U2711s. IPS monitors. Unknown manufacturer. Dell. Or maybe the panel type is unknown who made the panel. Okay, maybe that's what they mean. 350 nits brightness only. 27-inch, 2560 by 1440. Screen matte. I don't have the stand. Been a long time. I use Vesa Mountain, so. Let's ChatGPT say on topic, but you're pretty sure that's the resolution of a 2K output as we intend 2K today. For that, you prefer 60-inch minus 2560 by 1600, and it's a little more comfortable for work. See, we can't go by inches either because DPI. But yeah, 1440p is what I prefer. I think my laptop is also 2560 by 1600. The one I just got over Christmas break. I think that's the one I got as well. You have 5 Acer Nitro. You have 5 monitors. Oh my goodness. Yeah, instead of 16 by 9, it's 16 by 10. So instead of by 1440p, it's by 1600. Yeah, that's why it's taller. But yeah, this is my 2 side monitors. 15 years I've had them, which I think is a testament to these monitors. Which honestly I think is a testament to the monitors. Obviously, as you can tell, thick bezels. The bezels I think are an inch. So I have an inch bezel on both monitors on the sides. Yep. But oh, you only use 3, yeah. Because I have a sit-stand desk, I'd love more monitors, but there's not really a good place to put them. All my monitors are horizontal. I see no use for vertical. I don't program. For me, vertical is a screen I cannot put a video on in full screen. So, and for me, like, if I want to have something vertical, I'd rather just use half of the screen and put 2 of them then. So, you have 2. One is ultra wide, doesn't fit well on your desk. I would, like, I always say, like, I cannot do ultra wide because of the full screen issue. But if ever there was a way of working around the full screen problem of ultra wide, I would replace my 3 monitors with one really nice ultra wide monitor, because I think it would just, right, no bezels would just look really nice. The problem is the full screen aspect of ultra wide for me. Yeah. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you go full screen, right, ultra wide means it goes across the entire thing, which means, like, if you full screen a video, you'll just have black bars on the sides, or it'll be on like one side and the rest will be black, right? And same thing with a program. If you click the full screen button, it'll go across everything, and that's the problem. So until that stops being a thing, where you can actually go actual full screen without it taking the full screen and taking like a section of it. Yeah. And as far as I know, that is a Windows limitation. Like, that is an operating system level limitation. You had an ultra wide vertical for a while, hard to your neck, having to look up all the time. Yeah. His ultra wide support looks so good, you have to admit. When I was younger, when I was like in my college days, like a decade ago, I think, I would play with surround back when I had AMD. I forget what it's called. I think it's called surround. Or maybe I'm used to the NVIDIA. Either way, I had like all three connected as one monitor. So back in the day, but I also then had a fourth monitor. I eventually got for like other things. So yeah, I used to have 3 horizontal and another horizontal on top of the main monitor. And on that one, I would just throw like, you know, Discord or like, you know, sites, like extra stuff. Anyway. So, we're doing some AI. We're doing some AI stuff. Yesterday we started figuring out some good old AI stuff, and now we have like one where we can have them just dash out of the way, bunny hop, and some other stuff, which is great. But I want to add some more. Hey Jay, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Running 2 monitors and a TV above them. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, if you have an option to put a TV there, that's pretty good. Yeah, there's a sit-stand desk, and in front of me is the balcony window. It's not a wall in front of me. I look out into the city. Like if I could see the city in front of me. So I can't even like put a TV there. Like I could put a TV, I guess, on the left side or on the right side, but it's an apartment. I don't want to put holes in it. Well, though I already put a hole in it, by a big one by accident. That's a different story. Anyway, let's set up more navigations, more movement stuff. So, how's the view? Let me know. You have some questions for Rainbolt. The view is great. Did I fight off a robber? No. Worse. I fell. I fell slowly. Like I was catching myself as I was falling. But unfortunately my knee happened to go sideways into the wall. So, and the thing that made me trip was a little hose of the air conditioning unit that I put to the side that fell over onto the floor, and I didn't notice, and I stepped on the thick hose, made me slide and slowly fall and like slam into the wall. Yeah, it's a decent sized hole. Well, decent sized indent, I guess. Hold on, let me see. I might have it actually. I might have a picture of it. Ta-da! So my knee just like went boom right in there. It's more of an indent than a hole, but it's a hole. Yeah, my knee basically had my knee hurt for like a good week. Yeah. Decal with displacement. Nah, you get a decal with parallax occlusion mapping, you're good. So you don't need displacement, you just need parallax occlusion mapping. I want to get it fixed, but at the same time, it's because I don't like looking at it, and I'll be here in this apartment for a while.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
This is again, Mike. One, I already told them it's there. Two, I'm the first person that lives in this apartment. This apartment building was built when, finished building when I was moving in. Tell you were. I kind of want to get it fixed myself, just because I'll be living in this apartment for a while, and I don't like looking at it myself. Because it's like right. I mean, it's like if I mean, you can't see where I'm pointing, but it's in the main living, dining, kitchen area, the big room. He had a rage attack. That doesn't help the situation. But yeah, like on one hand, I want to fix it because I don't like looking at it. On the other hand, that's what the down payment. Oh no, that's not down payment for apartments. Security. That's what the deposit is for. Right? And they would just take it out of the deposit. So but the thing that I always fear is if I don't do it myself and they would do it, would they go with a more expensive option than I would be able to find potentially? Because they'll want to do a really nice job and it's not their money. So that's why I'm like, probably should get it fixed myself. It might be cheaper, than them just removing the money. unless I was thinking that my money and the deposit wouldn't, they would just take it out already, but I don't think that's the case. Best to fix it ASAP as it could get worse with humidity, etc. Yeah. That normally they take the whole deposit? No. They're not supposed to. You're supposed to get money back relative to whatever the deposit's there in case of damages and cleaning or anything like that they might need to do. They would take that from the deposit. Otherwise, you get your deposit back. Yeah. I've never gotten my entire deposit back. Because usually they need to do cleaning or whatever else, right? When I move out of an apartment, I usually don't clean. But for this apartment complex, this apartment, in my contract, it says I need to hire cleaners before I leave. So theoretically, as long as I do all that and it gets fully cleaned, I should get my full deposit back. Hang a frame with a picture. Did you see how low it was? It was. It's like right next to like this. It's like it'll be like this, like that high. You don't. It's not up there where you put a picture. Anyway, it says shorts when the tenant knew the owner would lie and get the deposit, so they trashed the whole apartment. I mean, look, if you want to protect yourself against that, you take a recording of the apartment as you leave. You go through it all. Here's the state of the apartment as I'm leaving. Ta-da. But let's do some AI. We have the dash set up. It dashes in a random direction. I want to dash towards the player. So I just want to set a simple dash towards the player. The other thing I was thinking about, actually, is I set up my AI originally to have line of sight. I think I'm going to kill line of sight. Like an actual directional line of sight. I think I'm going to remove it. It'll basically be like a radius sensor kind of thing instead. Because this is not a stealth game. Like, you don't need to sneak up on enemies. They're in packs anyway. So I feel like having a line of sight is... Eh. I don't have a stealth mechanic or crouch mechanic or anything. You could pretend as you're running up to them, you're making sounds with the footsteps, and when you get close enough, they'll hear you. In which case, let's remove the whole line of sight. Right. Mechanically, it wasn't helping the game having it. So I'm thinking of removing it. I might keep it as like a sense, just so I don't have to do something else, but I probably will just use I'll just use the senses of hearing and just put it there. But you have damage, sight, and sound textures. I have those three right now in my current setup. So I will remove sight. It'll just be sound detection and damage, basically. So there just won't be a directional one anymore. Right? Damage will still make a sound also. We'll just effectively removing the ability for... yeah. The only... I might keep sight, but set it to be 360 degrees, just so I can figure out when I get out of range of them. So they know how, just to use that mechanic. Oh, it's a half angle? Yeah, then we'll set it to 180 and do the 360, yeah. And then that way, I'll still be able to use the mechanics of me getting out of range, but I just won't have to worry about, am I behind them and all. Also, these are, 2D sprites. It's harder to tell where they're exactly looking, and so it's no point. But let's go ahead and set up a dash towards player. Yeah, Jay, if you're new here, this is a 2.5D game. These are 2D characters. 3D environment. And you move around 3D, but yeah. So let's do a dash towards player. I need this. I'm gonna need this. I'll leave that for now. What else am I gonna need? I don't need this. Okay. You should go with 2.5 for the style of it. Yes. I saw 2.5D actually, and it looked really cool. I saw Octopath Traveler, which is very visually, aesthetically, very different from this game, I might add. But right, this looked really cool. Having 2D sprites in a 3D environment, I thought it was really cool. The other benefit of this is I also really enjoy Dead Cells. Dead Cells, if you've never played it, is 2D, a full 2D game. But the character was done in 3D and then just rendered and made into sprites. So I was like, oh, so what if I use 3D characters and then make them into sprites, and then I can do draw overs later, to make them nice or clean them up. But I have this nice base to work with. And then I can do 8 directions. And then I have this cool combination of 2D and 3D. Yeah. It's kind of like fun from that. Yeah. So I need to do suggest projectile velocity. I'm going to need to know where the player is. So get actor of class for now. Is valid. If it's not valid, just finish task, not successful. If it is valid, though, continue. It reminds you of Earthra from Stone Lab Studio. Not super familiar with that. By not super familiar, I mean I've never heard of it. It's a good call making it to 2.5. It makes it easier. Also, right? I don't have to deal with a lot of like animation blending, character blending. It does come with obviously some downsides, but I think it becomes a lot easier, more manageable for me to do the project where I can just take characters, render out just like these simple animations, and then play them on, because I have a whole Blender workflow for this. So, yep. Okay, so we have the actor of class. So assuming it's valid, into actor location. So I want to okay. Is there a way for me to I want to figure out the distance between two places. I mean, that's easy, right? Distance. Right, I can just do this. But I want to get a position between these two locations at a specific distance. So what I can do is, if this is too big, I can do effectively a line trace I should do a line trace anyway. I should do a line trace to the player to make sure I can reach them in a line. And then, assuming I can reach them with a line, I do a different line trace at the correct distance that I want to dash. Hey, B3D, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. If you weren't exhausted from work and stick around, but you want to stop and say hello, appreciate the PCG tutorials, well, I'm glad you like it. I'm happy to help. But yeah, you get some good rest. Happy Friday. Get some rest. I'm here working after my Friday, but it's fine. You could leave me. I wouldn't call this work. Let's be realistic here. This isn't work. This is slavery. You guys have me hostage. Clearly, you have me hostage. Why do we have a hostage situation? I don't know, but this is what it is. Uh, True. You guys do pay me effectively. One day, I hope to be big enough to be able to get sponsors, and then you guys don't have to pay me anything. But that's not for a very, very long time, if ever. It's equal to a few cents, but that means it's not slavery. Did slaves not get, just always not get anything? At all? Because I feel like they did get something. It was just not enough to do anything. I could be wrong. I am pulling that information out of my ass. But for some reason, I feel like they probably got something. But honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if it was nothing. And you're right. Oh, I don't need to do this now. Okay, no, we want to do a line trace now. Line trace. By channel, we want to do character. Start at ourselves. Yeah, I have no idea either. So you know what? I don't care enough to look it up. So we'll pretend you're right, Mike. It's easier that way. We'll just pretend you're right. Okay, so I did need this because I do need to get actor class. This is going to be the end. Deal, I agree. Good. Okay, so we want to line trace by channel from here to here. And assuming that we hit, which we should because we're literally tracing from one to the other. We do the break hit result, and we're just going to try just basically jumping to ourselves right now. Location here. True. And start location is here, and then we just do this. Delay 3 seconds, succeed. Okay. So all it's going to do for now is literally I don't need to do, by the way, I don't need to do this. I obviously could do just get active location here and plug it in. But this is just a test because really what I want here is distance. I wish I could just specify a point along this line. Oh, you know what I can do? Well, we need to know if we still want to do this because we want to know if we reach the player in general, like if they're not behind a wall. So we still want to do this. I'm tracing character. I wonder if it'd be better to do objects. Because then I can trace, yeah, it might be, you know what? I should do a line trace for objects. Because that way I can check if I hit something else. World static. We want pawn. World dynamic. Yeah, we want to do this instead. Because obviously, I want to basically make sure that he's not hidden behind a wall. And then, assuming we hit, we want to check if we hit the thing we hit, if it does implement interface, combat, and then we do this. So basically, this will tell us if we basically hit a character. Right? If we hit the player, it will have this interface. This will also mean it hits a friendly. I'll deal with it later. Deal with it later. So, in case it does fail, I'll just tell it to go to fail. Yeah, it'll hit anything that implements the interface, which is every single character, including all enemies. So I'll need to filter it out. I'll deal with that later. I can check. I can do. I can make sure it's a player by doing. Actually, let's just do that right now. Instead of this here, it's a simple one. Hit actor. Check hashtag. Player. If it is the player, it continues. If it's not, there you go. I'm done. Did it. I have a interface facility designed for this to check if I have gameplay tags, and I have a player tag. So there you go. Obviously, enemies don't have a player tag. But it precludes the NPC from attacking another NPC. Yeah, this stops the NPC from attacking another NPC, correct. NPCs cannot attack each other anyway. They cannot damage each other. This will prevent the NPC from jumping to another NPC. I might set that up as a separate thing, but this one I want it to be specifically to dash towards the player. So if he's trying to like reach the player really quickly, I want him to be able to just quickly do a dash towards the player. But I want him to, right? I don't want, if the player is 10,000 units away, obviously I don't want him to dash 10,000 units. I want to dash a certain distance. But that should be fine. So, close you. So here, let's move myself back over here. Replace with dash towards player. And we should be good. Wait. Why are we not good? So duration. So it succeeded, it's green. Oh, it's hitting itself. Right, accuracy ignore. Make array. Just ignore yourself, please. I could offset it. Wait. Why are you still hitting yourself? Why are you still hitting yourself? Hey, Lonia, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. What? I have... No, it's going from the enemy start to me. It's not backwards. I'm doing well, I'm trying to figure some stuff out, but why is this ignoring? Okay, let's just do get forward vector, get actor forward vector. Here, I'll just do this. Multiply, say 100 units in the front. Add. There you go. Now I'll set 100 units in front. Great. Wait, what? What? Excuse me? I mean, I very much mind. I mind that you have a question and you have not asked it. What? How dare you have a question and not ask me? I can't believe this. Yeah, this is, but also it's wrong because this is wrong. Still. Why is this wrong still? How? Why is he hitting himself? What? How is he hitting himself? Hey, Nate B, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. Suppose we have a wall with base plate that have different material than the wall. What is the approach you choose? One single base baked material or two different materials? Suppose you have a wall with a base plate that have a different material than the wall. So you basically have this, right? You have a baseboard and you have a wall, right? That's what you mean? One material. You don't need two. You can mask this for free by using vertex paint. Mask it using the red channel of vertex paint. And in your material, place whatever material. You can use a layered material setup and make this, right? Whatever material you want, and make this the whatever material you want. Inside one material. It will save you a draw call. Always less materials. Even if the wall is supposed to be different building styles, doesn't matter. If you said you have one material versus two materials, right? So this is the one. This is the same material as this. Then, only difference is this one's masked by the red channel, and then you could tell it to be. You could tell this one to be made of dirt, and this one made of marble. It doesn't matter. It's masked. Why does trace complex work?
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
Why did I need to do trace complex? You put it back on active location now? I mean, you talk about this. No, I still need, well, I could try the ignore thing again. Hey, Tyler, welcome in. How's it going? You're doing well? But I'll probably just still need to offset it. Also, I shouldn't be doing this during ads. I'm being bad. I'm being bad. Yeah. Okay, now he's ignoring himself. I don't know why I need to... Well, I guess, you know what? I am tracing... No, I don't know why I need to trace complex. Whatever. So this one we'll have to bake for each building cell, no? Why do you need to bake anything? Are you talking about light baking? I'm confused. There are not. Oh, they're on the Twitch side. I just realized. You did the same thing in your game this morning? You made an AI dash towards you? Welcome in, Tyler. Hope you're doing well. Howdy, howdy. What is the game about? Yeah, I'll show you a quick demo of the game. Here's a quick demo of the game. There's a deck builder. Bet I didn't show, but there's a deck builder. It's a roguelike with a deck builder. And eventually actually fun combat. Although already combat's a lot better than it was. Aha. Not quite. Aha. So you go around and eventually you fill up the bar down here to one of the notches, and then you get to pick a power up from your deck that you yourself choose. So like I can have more armor, I can have lifesteal. That's all from my deck. I don't have any more cards in my deck, so that's all I had. But in here, I have a deck builder, and if I want to, here's still the cards available to me. And be like, I want to have, Airblade. I want speed boost. And now, when I play, and I unlock a card, there it is. There's speed boost, for example, and then there's the Airblade. Okay. So it is like Binding of Isaac in terms of power-up stacking, and it's a ARPG-esque, and also roguelike. Yeah, that's the quick explanation. But yeah, Alonia, what do you mean you're bake for each building? What are you baking? Lights? Then it has nothing to do with the materials. I'm confused on what you mean by baking. You love Monster Hunter Wilds? You haven't dev'd in 2 weeks? I've heard conflicting things about Monster Hunter Wilds. This is still a prototype. This isn't even alpha, Tyler. Yeah, this is still going through prototyping. Like right now, I'm reworking the entire AI because I want to use a different system for it. So yeah, it's not ready yet. I do post a build of the game every month on my Patreon for anyone that wants to support me making the game. You can also try it out and give feedback, but it's not ready for like an early access even. I mean, if you have different styles of wall, then if we use one single material, we have to bake the texture for each wall style. Well, so now you're throwing, right? You should have started with that, right? You're like, okay, I have like tons of different wall styles. Now we have different combinations. Right? Because you just said, how do you, my only information was, two materials or one? If you have unlimited variations, I would probably do a layered setup. Still mask it, because mask it for free. I would do a layered setup. You effectively have one material that is a layered material. Still. Yeah. So in terms of material slot, it's still one. But it's just a more complicated material using two layers. And then you can specify, I want this on the bottom layer and this on the top layer. So it'd be like, the bottom layer is the wall, and then the red channel, the vertex paint, will be the baseboard. And then you could put in whatever textures you want for the baseboard. You can swap them out, make whatever variations you want, and etc. And if you want to have like full on control of that, you can even have it exposed in a blueprint, and you create material, dynamic material instances if you need to dynamically change this for whatever reason. There's like lots of options. You're running fine on your PC, but then again, you have a beefcake PC. Ah, there you go. That'll do it. Yeah, I've heard performance issues. Visually, I feel like it's not... Considering the performance problem, I feel like visually it's not holding up Monster Hunter. But maybe it's just me. Okay, so velocity times time plus current location equals future location. I don't need to know future location of target, because this basically he'll jump immediately. He just checks to make sure he can jump, and this is if I want to know the future location of a target, I just do this. Suggest projectile velocity on moving target. It does all the math for me. I'm good. Improvement in gameplay 100%. I heard the story also is real bad. Like, Monster Hunter had a story really before, but I heard it's real bad. So yeah, it's I hear conflicting things. Like, what is it rated on right now on Steam? What are people rating this game? Monster Hunter Wilds. Ew, it's mixed. 62% positive. That's real bad. 62% on Steam. The one I played was World, which has a 92%. Yeah, that's... Ugh. Oh, that's painful. Can't remember when Monster Hunter had a story, nor was interested in it because of the story. Yeah, you don't really, but it needs to like keep the player moving. There'll be a hard mode in the game for experienced players. I mean, I imagine it's gonna be sort of like Hades, where you're not gonna be required, you're not gonna be beating everything right away. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't thought that far ahead. I'm still prototyping. Okay. Okay. I need to make it so it traces to the player. After a certain distance away, they shouldn't be doing this anyway, so I guess this is fine. But assuming that this is true, I want to check the distance. If the distance is not well, I'm saying not greater, just less or equal to. As long as it is less or equal to, I'll promote this to variable. This is going to be our dash distance. It's so much easier. Are you talking about the this? Yeah, that's why I'm not doing the moving one on this one. I'm just doing the regular one because I don't need it on a moving target. But yeah, it's all there. You happy, Good Guts? I didn't say anything the past few times. But I feel like it has gotten nobody because of it. So if it is less than 1,000, it will do this. For now, I'll tell it to fail if it's more than 1,000. So now it'll dash to me if it is within 1,000. And if I'm way too far away, he will not dash to me. I do favor high arc. Turn that off. Or we'll need to change the change this to like 500, and then favor high arc. So it'd be like him jumping towards me. Thank you for the resub, Guts. I appreciate it. Yeah, the fuck you were looking at? Nice. Might just be me, but I don't know how you guys understand how to do all this. I mean, how do you learn to do anything? How do you learn to solve algebra? You start out learning the 2 plus 2, and eventually you get to doing algebra and trigonometry and calculus, whatever else, right? There's nothing magical about this. Same way as you learn anything else, honestly. I don't think that this one has a launch speed. I can do... If I did custom arc... Oh, here we go. This is probably all I need. I probably don't want to do launch speed. I probably don't want to do the rest. This is probably all I need. We'll see. I might simplify the other one as well. Why is he not going very far? I don't remember. Do I have the gravity still overridden? I feel like I don't have the gravity overridden anymore, right? Oh, I do have gravity at 3x still. Let's change gravity scale back to 1. I'm not using anything that uses gravity anymore. That's gonna, yeah. That explains a lot. Just wait. Where did I just set it? That okay? Odd. Okay, so now he's jumping actually to me. So now we can change the, I forget which one it is. 0.5 is default, 0 is high. So we want to do like 0.8, let's say. Yeah, okay. 0.9. There we go. Okay. So now we're getting some. I wish I could go a little faster, honestly. But, you know, for now, we're getting there. I can turn off the debug of this. Simmer's lying. We're born with this knowledge out of the womb. GG, go next if you don't understand. Oh, you know me so well. Yeah, I'm a big fat liar. Still working your one widget? Welcome in, Stormrun. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. This is where, I mean, you know, if I said it like I'm working on my one widget when I was working on my deck builder, yeah, it's all part of the one widget, but it has so many intricate things that all use other widgets inside of it that I wouldn't call it just saying I'm working on one widget. I'm working on a whole UI system. If you say it like that, then, you know, all of a sudden, oh, it's fine. But he like 0.95 instead. There we go. Is he ending like... Why is he ending not quite there? Is it because it's too low of an arc? If I go back to like 0.9, is he going to end closer? I think the arc might be too... Yeah, it's the arc. Okay. We could do 0.9. And yes, as Jay says, don't use the bind on widgets, which I learned very early on. Because apparently the whole widget bind, which you think would be the way you want to do it, runs on tick. I'll show you. So, for example, here's the main menu, right? What I don't want to do... hold on, let me just... we'll go in this thing. Okay. Where do I forget where I even said binds. Is this it? Yeah, these. Yeah, you don't want to use these. You don't want to create binding. And you don't want to set this up. Don't do this. Don't do bindings. Because bindings will run on every single tick. And the vast majority of the times, you don't want to do it on every single tick. You want to do it when you need to do it. Or like limit the amount of times it does it. Yeah, progress bar should only change when the value changes. Exactly. Now, if you want to make it animated, then make the value change like over some time, but then once it stops changing, it will stop, telling it to update. But otherwise, yeah, don't have it just... It'll continuously go if you use bind. Why is it like that? I don't know. I feel like that's like backwards in terms of how you think it was working, but... Blueprint interfaces are good for that? For widgets? I mean, they can definitely help. You don't know why they have the button there? I mean, look, can you make a full game and use it? Yes. But if early on you learn that you shouldn't use them, you can learn early on. You can learn to work around them. So to keep your current setup, you would have to make health bars its own widgets and keep the bind. Now you don't want the bind. You want to remove the bind and then just update the widget. Have a function that updates the widget when you need to update the widget. That's all. That's what my health. That's what the health bars that I have do. Right, I have a health bar, but it's not constantly updating. It's only updating when I get hit. His health bar only updates when he gets hit. It is not constantly updating. So I just have an event that happens, and that triggers the update. Use them for non-critical things. Yeah, that's a good way. Yeah. Run an update event. The progress bar needs to change. Yep. Okay, this one's fine. Wait, what happened? Where's the one I was working on? Dashdoors player. I accidentally closed it. Okay, so we have this. So on false, if the dash distance is not within the range, then I want to dash a certain distance. So the first thing I want to do is actually rotate towards the player. So first things first. Set actor rotation. So let's start with making the AI look towards me. In your damage handling event, you can call a function to update the health bar. Yep. Exactly. We need more stage tree videos. There's very few. That is one thing I noticed. Especially with AI. So like I'm using an AI controller now, and there's no videos on people using the AI controller as well. and having like perception. I looked it up. No, zero videos. So it's something that people can should make videos on. For sure. Yeah, it updates every frame. So what we want to do is find look at rotation. Look at rotation. So I need to get, let's do this. Actual location. Get its actual location, and then we need to set this. It's ugly. It'll work. For now, it'll work. Okay, let's see if this works. Put this back here. Look at that. He faces me now. So now when he jumps towards me. And he faces the right way. Yeah, it's 2D. But you can see he is rotating. So we just need to rotate the actor, and then we're good. So now that we have this, okay. What we can do is, because he's already rotated, if he's too far, then now I can do get the actual location. Then I can do get the actor forward vector. Multiply it by dash distance. I don't need this true or false. I can just do a select here. Select vector. Based on this. So if it is less than, then it will just go to the actual location. Otherwise, it'll go here. Oh, it's not this actual location. It'll go to this location. When is my demo going to be ready? Whenever it's ready, it's ready. Yep. It'll be ready when it's ready. Did I figure out the packing thing? Yeah, I did. It's fixed now. I went on Monday. If you watch Monday's stream, it will be the long version of it at the beginning of Monday's stream. I went over it because it was fixed over the weekend. The short version is Final Fantasy Rebirth fixed my problem. I'm going to say it like that because then it'll bring up more questions for you, which is funny. But it is accurate. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth did fix my packaging issue for Unreal Engine 5. Look at that. It works. So now he jumps towards me at maximum of that distance. So you rush your taxes on Saturday and play Final Fantasy live on Sunday? No.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
My taxes are on Sunday. Saturday, I got to record and edit. What does that have to do with anything? No. No, sir. I wish. When I was young, when I was like in college, I wanted to work at Square Enix. Out of all the game studios I like at the time that I really liked, I was really into JRPGs. I wish I could work at Square Enix. It was Japan. If you like to multitask, do your taxes while live streaming Final Fantasy. I wouldn't live stream Final Fantasy. It is not a live streaming game. It's a game that I like to just immerse myself in. Sometimes you want to immerse yourself in games. You can't do that when you live stream. It's a very story-driven game. I love the original, so. Did Final Fantasy do my taxes? I wish. That'd be so nice if I can do that. If only. Do you have cats named after the game? Which Final Fantasy games have you played? Aerith and Cloud? Nice. I'll be honest, my favorite character from Final Fantasy VII is Vincent. That is my favorite. You know, probably to no surprise, given my game that I'm making right now, that probably shouldn't be a surprise to you. My favorite character from Final Fantasy VII is Vincent. Now that I think about it. Vincent Valentine. This lovely chap. Did I mention that you find him in a coffin? In the original game? If you don't know about him, you find him in a coffin in the original game. But but this is my favorite character in the game, which, you know, is definitely not one of the ones people think of when they think Final Fantasy VII. They think, you know, Cloud, Tifa are the main ones. Aerith, of course. I think those are top three, probably. Then probably Barrett, and then everyone else. But I think of it. This is where I go. Anyway, we did it. He will now dash towards me 1,000 units. Now, 1,000 units is way too far. So let's change the dash distance to be 500 by default. So now it's 500 units. Much better. So that'll be the default. Obviously, I'll be able to increase or decrease it. Sweet. And yeah, we'll have all the controls here. Basically, I'll have a state tree per mob, right? Where I'll be able to control that. Because we didn't reset the gravity, I want to just double check that the bunny hop is going to work. The bunny hop is probably... Oh, no, seems like it's working. Yeah, bunny hop's working. So, let's run. Okay. And the other one we want to check is the... Oh, if this is working, then yeah. The other one is just the same one, but radius of... Oh, you know what? I'm going to change this. I'm going to change this launch speed stuff. Can I open it from here somehow? No. I can navigate to it, but I can't just open it from it. Like how Shinra ties to all games, even though they're in different worlds or timelines? But there's no Shinra in the other games, right? In your game, you can transform into 3 souls for each character. Yeah. So in a big battle, you can have 24 characters on the field, 3v3 battles. Takes energy to transform, though. Yeah, you were telling me about it. It's pretty cool. Want to do suggest projection? So it's interesting. Custom arc is less advanced than the default. The default has far more controls than custom arc. But custom arc sounds like I should have this. This should be custom arc because this is where I have all this custom stuff. This just has very basic stuff. But you know what? Sure. Just do that. Delete you. And now we should get him to just dash out of the way. Whoa. The problem is, I wish I could pick a minimum range. He can do this. I can keep picking a spot until he picks one at a certain distance, but what if there is no spots within a certain distance? That was way too big of a jump, right? It's here, what we can do here though is change the expose the arc parameter. Oh, this is the dash towards player. We can expose it anyway here. I meant to expose it here. If I made it like 0.8. Why? Why is it so close? I don't believe that every single one of these is that close together. Point 0.5. Okay. So now he's actually going a little further. Oh, close again. Close now. He's moving higher up, but it's not what I want. Either way, we have control over it, right? We do have control over it, so. I just need to figure out a way of getting a minimum random point within navigable range at a minimum distance. That's what I need to figure out how to do. But for now, it's fine. Yeah, I remember Stormer. You explained it previously. I still remember. It's one of the few things I remember. Me with my old man memory. Okay, but we have now we have dash towards player, which is good. I was also thinking of doing a teleport instead of a dash, just a teleport. Now, obviously, I would like to have an effect happen, basically like a poof and a poof somewhere else. But I want basically a player vanishes and then reappears, you know, like a certain amount of time second, like after a second, they will appear somewhere else nearby. Teleport. So let's do that. Let's make a teleport. And the point, all of this, we're setting this all up to be modular, so that way we can figure out, okay, we want to put like the teleport on this character, this on this character kind of thing. And go from there. You're just messing around with Mage Teleport over here. Nice. Mage picks a location around the target and teleports to that location. I want to do... Ooh, do I want to do it... I don't think I want to do it around the player. I think I just want to... This will be a... teleport... around self. Not around player. Or not to player, basically. So it will basically be a mage blink to get away. Potentially. I just wish I can do a minimum, like, distance here. I could tell it to, like, I could design something that will, like, have it try 10 times. And if it's greater than a certain distance, then it will just stop doing it. Otherwise, it will pick the last one if it fails all 10 times. Or it will save them all and pick the furthest distance. Yeah, it would pick the furthest distance then. Well, I'll set that up after this. So for now, the radius is the radius. So what I mean is, I know it's distance, but let's say you're here. Well, I don't know why it just went super white. Let's say this is the radius, right? This is the radius, right? Radius, right? But that means the point can be here, or here, or here. I want the points to never be here. I want them to only be here, like a donut. That's the thing, right? I want a minimum distance that it chooses. But I can't do that when I just specify a radius because it's a circle. I can't do an offset because then it will make the radius effectively bigger or potentially put me inside a wall where I can't go. So I can't just do an offset. I need to use itself, and then I'll just do like a cycle, let's say 10 times, try 10 values, and just pick the one that's, if it's good in any of the 10, then obviously just stop it and go with that one. I'll set it up after this. Can never go into a wall with a trace? Yeah, but then you need to yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway. What we need to do is first do the teleport, and then we go from there. So the origin is going to be the original location. The radius is going to be, the radius. Well, I guess, you know what? I'll rename this to max teleport distance. And let's say 1,000 units. Yeah. So we can get a random location valuable radius. Now, what do we want to do to make them disappear? We can't just make them invisible because then we'll still be able to get hit. So what I might do is move them somewhere else and then move them back. To change collision, I also need to remember what it's at. Because I would need to... Well, I guess the only one I would need to do is the character one. Change the trace on the character. That's the only one for attacking. We'll try the changing the trace channel. So... we need to do it for capsule component. Set collision response to channel. Get collision response to channel. Character, I'm just going to promote this to a variable. Character response channel. Theoretically, this could work. So we do this, Then we do, let's say, a delay of 2 seconds. And then we change the character back. Oh, but first we need to, before this happens, we need to change it to ignore. And so I know when this happens, I'll do a print string and then another print string. That should work. Here's how you do it, but in the code side of life. Oh, in C++. Ah. Oh, well. I also need to then assign this to actually do something. What? Am I blind? Oh, I had to tell. There was a scroll. I didn't notice the scroll. So yes, I'm blind. So it says, hello, I cannot hit, and I can hit. Perfect. Simple as that. So that means this works wonderfully. So next up, before this delay, we need to do set actor heading game. And set them not hidden again. Oh, he's gone! Oh, he's back! Phew, thanks, but oh, he's gone! Oh, I need to also turn off the collision channel because I can still bump into him. So we also need to change pawn. I was curious if I can do get collision. Why do I not see get oh. Why was it all on the bottom? Why does it do these first? Why was it here? God. You know what? I could just do. Well, I can't do collision enabled off because then he'll fall through the ground. So yeah, we need to get collision response. From channel again. This one's going to be pawn. Pawn response channel. On ignore. Okay. And then here, pawn gets reset. Okay. Okay, so now he's gone. Oh, he's back. I can't go through him. He's gone. I can walk through him. Oh, he's back. Yay, okay. He is teleporting. So now we need him to pick an actually different location and actually go there. Obviously, right now, I have a delay here at the end. This is just for testing. Obviously, I'll be removing that, but just so you know. So here, from this, all we need to do is just set actual location to the new location. Teleport. I mean, I can do it before the delay, but it doesn't really matter, so I'd rather do it after. So, max teleport distance is 1,000. Let's see. So he vanished. Where will he appear? Right over there. Oh, he's gone again. Where will he appear? Right over there. That's actually working great. Obviously, there's no effect or anything. I'd want to play an effect during this. But that seems like it's working pretty good to me. Only thing we want to do here is change this delay from hard-coded to do a float in range. So like 1 to 2, and we'll promote these to a variable. Min delay. Max delay. That's what I want to do, Good Guts. I don't have smoke right now, but that's what I want to do, yes. He should rotate also to the direction of the teleport. I feel like if anything, he should be looking at the player, not right. Because if you teleport someone, this is gonna be during combat. So if he teleports, he should be looking towards the player, if anything. But we'll set that up as a separate thing. It's a teleport. You don't need to like. It's not like you need to look, go and look in a certain direction to teleport. Do I want some smoke? Depends what kind. Attack of opportunity if he returns. It's okay. I understood it. I don't always understand it, but I did understand it this time. Yes, now he will disappear and reappear between 1 to 2 seconds. There you go. Oh, you're an actual smoker. Bad for you. But you know that. You don't need me to tell you that. Okay. So I want to set up a minimum, quote unquote, minimum radius setup. You're tanning your lungs? Nice.
Ads are here. Pausing for ads.
I want to set this up as a donut effect. Which I will just do a I'll just do like best of 10 basically, unless one of them just in the 10 random ones succeeds. And we'll set it up in a blueprint function library, and we'll just use that. Hey, Patches, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. My man is back, baby. Wait, what? Someone come back? That you were waiting for? Congrats. Oh my god.
Teammates do it better.
Thank you so much for the super chat. I like the little cute little avocado dancing. Gamify everything. Yes. Thank you so much for the support. It means a lot. Get a random location or the location plus offset. You can't, yeah. I don't think the offset would work. Because offset can put you inside of an object. That's the problem. Offset can put you inside of something that you don't want to be in. That's why you want in navigate. It is no longer in navigatable radius specifically. That's why I don't want to do it that way. So instead, we're gonna go to my. I have a folder for one thing, which is this function library, and I just put everything in here. Anything character related. But the only time I make function libraries are for characters, so everything goes in here. This is going to be. Get a random location in navigatable and donut. What a terrible name. Get a random location in navigatable. You know what? I'm gonna do with donut at the end. Radius donut. Terrible name. Whatever, doesn't matter. So this is going to be the origin actor. Then we want to get the radius. And now I want to also have a minimum radius. So basically we want to see if I want to check the distance between this and the original location. And we want to make sure it is greater or equal to the minimum radius. That is our goal. We want it to be more than this. But in case it isn't, we want to do some stuff. So we'll do a for loop. We'll do this 10 times. For loop with break. What I meant. For loop with break. So, right, so we'll do this 10 times. And we check that it is greater than min. If it is, we'll need to break it. But we also need to store the store this value. So I'll do going to local variable. This is going to be our final or successful location. Okay. So it is successful. If it is not successful, then it doesn't do it anything, it does it again. So in this case, it will just do them until it maximum of 10 times, assuming it succeeds. If it doesn't succeed, I want another set here. Failed locations. And this is going to be an array. And we're going to just add to that array location. Also going to add a boolean here. Just says success. And I'll just make it success true here. I'll make it a little easier because now from here, I can just check if it was success is true. And if it was, let's just do a return. Oh, or you know what? I actually don't even need, I don't need all this. Because what I can do instead of all of this is just put the return here. And if memory serves, it will automatically cancel the entire thing. So you know what? I actually don't need it to be a for loop with break. We just need a regular for loop. I was sort of right the first time. So then it will do this. And then on complete, I can either pick a random location between the ones I had, or realistically, I want the furthest location from me. But to do the furthest location would mean that I would need to do like 2 more for loops, or for each loops, right? Because I would first need to calculate the distance for all of them, save it to an array. Then I would need to sort all of them, and then get it. I would need to sort. I'm just gonna get a random one. If it fails, get the furthest in the array. Well, I need to calculate the distance. I have vectors. I don't have, it doesn't tell me it's the furthest to one. So that's what I would need to calculate first. And then I would need to save that as a list of things. Okay, this is the distances that represent for that array. And then I would need to... Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I still need to do a for each loop. Yeah. I was just trying to avoid another loop. I don't know why. I just wanted to avoid it. That was my thing. But I was like, maybe I'll just do random. Yeah. Yeah, if I wanted to do actual furthest close, yeah, I know I have to do that. So with this, then we have to variable. This is going to be our distance to player. And before we do that, we check if this is less than this. If it is, save it. And also save the location. Furthest distance. Well, did I do the right? Did I mean to do less than? Hold on. Let's see. I think that's right, but double check. If the current distance is less than, then we overwrite it with this one. Yes. And our current game is going to be can make you a looped, but one more always is the spot. What, creating one more game? How do you learn game dev? Reading manuals? Just studying a ton? I've never read a single manual, and I don't study. No. How do I learn game dev? I play games. That's it. And then I try to make a game that I would enjoy. And if I try my game and I don't have fun in my game, then I change my game until I have fun as a player. That's it. I don't have any other there's no rocket science behind what I'm doing. There we go. That should do it. Yeah, we check the distance. If the distance is further, then we save the distance and the location. And then we compare the distance again until it does all of them. And then we have the furthest distance, furthest location, the output furthest location. But if at some point during this process, it just has a location that is successful, it is greater than the minimum, then it'll just stop itself and output that location. The technical requirement of Unreal are nuts. Well, no, that's not learning game dev. That's just called learning a program. You can learn Unreal and not do any game dev. You can do film stuff in Unreal. You can do cinematics in Unreal. You don't have to do game dev. Unreal is just a program. Game dev is game dev. So that's why I say for game dev, I'm just a player. To learn Unreal, it's the same thing as learning anything. Start at the beginning and continue learning. Right? How did you learn math in school? You learn 2 plus 2. You learn the multiplication table. Eventually you learn algebra. Right? I don't know why that's my example for today, but it is. Could we make objects with the mesh editor? Yeah, it's definitely not the best. Definitely not the best. Donut. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna change origin actor to origin and make it a vector. Because I might not want to do it based off an actor specifically. I might just want to put it in a location. So yeah, I'll just swap that around. Yeah, much more generic now. Because I was also gonna try to drag it in. I'm like, wait, I made it for an actor. So we have the max teleport distance, which is the radius, and then the min teleport distance, which let's make a variable for it. Teleport distance. Both are 1,000, which is fine by default. And now we should be good. So if I did min and max 1,000, we'll say like 900. Then theoretically, we will crash. Theoretically, we will crash. You learn about solution-oriented mindset and good note-taking, and that's got you moving slowly forward now? Nice. Okay, well, it's fine. I don't know why it crashed that time, but it's clearly fine. Like, he's up there. Yay! Okay, so that's working. So now, let's go and swap this out for the bunny hop. And because here we have radius. And on bunny hop, I want to swap this out for also a minimum and maximum radius. Donut! If I search donut, do I just get it? Yeah, donut! That was min radius. Max radius. So now if we did for the bunny hop, if I said minimum 400, max 500. Does that seem like 400 to 500? You probably pick the furthest in that range. Let's really test this. 1,800. Yay! That seems like it's working. All of them seem large, right? All of the distances seem large. That one wasn't as large, but it picked the best one it could. You know what I want to do? In this bunny hop, I want a little print string here. And I want to tell me the distance that it is actually calculating now. $900, $800, $800. Yep. $900, $900, $800, $700. Yes, that was. All of them are over 800 or very close to 800. No, it's working. And then if he fails to, he's trying to jump up on top of that thing. Well, that's just silly. You can't reach that from there. Okay, well, it seems like it's working. Yay! Okay. So now we have that. I think I just want to change this from saying radius to just say max radius. So we have min radius and max radius, and I'll reorganize this to min and max. Yes, I am, Guts. Yes, I am. Good progress. Good progress. I am quite satisfied with the different movement mechanics we're adding to the game. That makes one of us? Oh, I figured you weren't happy because I'm happy. Yeah, that was kind of expected. So far we have teleport. We have a dash towards the player. We have a bunny hop. We also have just a move towards actor or move to location. So we're starting to get good movement options. You in progress wise? Oh, for your own stuff? That's okay, no. It's late for you anyway. You should be in bed. You should be sleeping. Get some rest. You know? Clear your mind. Collision detection on that with lots of lovely loops. Collision detection. What you talking about? Also, how do you made two happy faces? But one is bigger than the. Why do I see two happy faces from your message? What in the world? Why do I see two different happy faces next to each other? That never happens. Wait. How did you do two different happy faces? Like, entirely different styles, I mean. Why are there different styles? Wait. Is one of these like a regular one? And the other one is a, like a YouTube one? Is one of these like a YouTube? And one of these is a regular? Yeah, I know this is, I know what this is what I expected. Then space and type it again. It just does it. Well, it definitely doesn't work on Twitch. No. That's not... That is not it. Yeah, I see two of the same meme. I don't know. Look, you are doing some black magic stuff here. I approve. I approve. Twitch just does Twitch emotes. I guess I don't know what I was expecting with the regular emotes, but yeah, Twitch has its own emote, so that was never gonna work in Twitch. Okay. Okay, so we have teleport blink. We have dashes. I do want to figure out EQS. Basically. Oh, Is there a way to move around something without EQS? Like if I wanted to go around something. So I have an EQS system that I basically want the option of patrolling around something. Right, so if I have this, like this is spot, and I want to just be able to go way, like, around it. So if the AI is here, right, then I want to just find a, you know, either move here or here, around on the circle. And then when it moves here, it'll move then here or here, right? So it effectively will patrol or like around.
For ads.
Now, I can do this EQS. The problem I found with EQS is that the radius of that circle is set in stone on the EQS. Line path. How would you set it? Okay. Okay, let's think this through then. If we do a spline path. I'll wait for ads. The guy doing the pigs and grok thing. Talked about that. Guy doing the pigs and grok thing. Wow, I have no idea what you're talking about. He uses it for having the animals run along a splash pine for getting them from point A. Yeah, you could definitely do that. Yeah, I know you can spawn the spline and all that. So here's the thing I gotta figure out though. So let's say the AI is right there, right? Is right there. What I can do then is spawn find where I am, right? Assuming I need to go move around the spot, right? From the spot, I tell it to create a spline and put this point, you know, here, 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 and here, which will effectively make a circle, right? If I set it to be a closed loop. There's no rebuild spline, is there? Can I rebuild a spline with a different amount of points after the fact? I'm just gonna add a spline component here. How would I tell it to have, let's say, 8 points, or however many points? The shape is easy. Shape is just, you know, plus 100 in this direction, this one direction, this direction, this direction. We get a circle. Shape's easy. We can do it with 4 points. I've done it many times in the past. So you get a circle, and you set it to be a closed loop, and then you got a circle. So super simple to get the shape. I could do it based on spline distance, but that's not based on the radius. It's not quite what I want, because if the radius is really high, he's not going to move. Distance-wise, he'll move a lot, I guess. I guess it's fine. EQS, you can set parameters. You can? Really? Hold on. Can you? I just haven't. So this is my like strafe thing. How do you expose? How do you expose this stuff? So like the circle radius. I want to expose it. Expand the float. Let me expand the float. Data byting, this. Query parameters, this. On circle, circle radius. Okay, let's see what happens. So if I did run environment query, and this is the query I want to run. Oh. Okay. Never mind. I'll just use EQS then. I already have. I didn't realize you could set these as variables. That's the tutorials I was watching for them never have them set variables. So I have like a EQS strafe 200, 350, 500, 750 here. They're just different values. Oh, well, this is so much easier. Never mind. I'll just use this. Okay, number of points. Can I change the name of this? I guess. Probably yes. But I don't need to. Can I remove this on circle dot? Yes. Awesome. Circle radius. Number of points. Excellent. Arc angle 360 is fine. Yep. Circle center. I'll need to probably modify this. What do I have here for circle center? Chord actor, get AI controller. Yeah, I need to. This gets me the attack target, which we haven't set up yet, so I'll need to do a separate system. Okay. Distance to querier. And distance. Max distance. Aha! Cool. I can change what kind it is here. Well, thank you for that. I didn't know. I thought you couldn't set it, which is why I was like, how do I do this with like another way? Okay. I think the rest I can leave as is. Okay. So the thing I'm already noticing is I already need a way for my character to know I'm there. So, you know what that means? We're going to start adding AI perception. With a side configuration. How far I can see in degrees. Everything. Everything. Wait a second. Wait, did I close my... I closed my documentation thing. I feel I don't think they fixed that one yet, so may need to set them all. Oh. Not you. Yes, I know what you're talking about. I don't remember where it is. Oh, here it is. There we go. That's the one. Yep. Thank you. Yep. Yeah, that's C++ only. One of the few things that is C++ only. I don't know why. I'll be honest. Because this is not hard to implement on a blueprint level for yourself. All you need to do is add a gameplay tag to each one, and then just check, hey, do they have the same one, or do they have like this other one or this other one, and do like X thing based on, you know. So I don't know why it's not available. It's odd. Okay, well now I need to find the documentation I had open. Great, because I'm not able to find it now. This wasn't it. Overview? No. That wasn't it. I don't think it was quick start guide. This is definitely not what I was looking at before. So like their own documentation, I can't even navigate it. Selectors? No. Yeah, my character was already set up for this originally. I don't think he used to be a stimulus though. It was working before with no stimulus. But maybe. I'm not an expert on it. Because I was just sending sound notifications. And damage, I was just sending a damage notification basically. On damage, I can take a look right now. On damage, yeah, here, just report damage event. That's all I was doing. And then reported the damage event. So, nice and simple one on that. Aaron, welcome in. How's it going? Hope you're doing well. We should get more into the 3D side. Let's do it. You have a project that more like computer science? I mean, sounds cool. You know, try little by little. If you want to, learn it, just do a little by little. I only work on this game, for like realistically 2-ish hours a day, like during the weekday. So I'm still making progress. You can too. Start learning things just little by little. It'll add up. What I want to find is state tree perception. Let's see. All right. Run status, state tree run change, sense state tree event. None of this is what I searched for. This is the one thing that found state tree itself doesn't, but state tree runs with the AI controller where I can implement the perception and then I can get the perception events in the state tree. But I wanted to look into how it implemented the AI perception. Three. It's not, I can't even find it in my history. Wait. No. Can't even search state tree or oh, wait. Is this the one? Testing on the new state tree, making custom AI controller. Here we go. Configure state tree for testing. Transition set for peaceful states. Yeah, here we go. Perception. Jesus Christ. Searching their own documentation didn't find me this page. God, their documentation is so shit. I tried to stop myself from closing documentation. What I wanted to see though, is don't care about all the C++ stuff. No. Is I want to see this. So what they have is on target perception info updated. We make sure the target is valid. And then we check that it's successfully sensed. We save the perceived threat. And then there's a sense state tree event. And then we send the AI origin AI controller. And so this is how it's done. Here, I'll link this because if you search state tree, you're just not finding it. It's stupid. There you go. Enjoy. That's the one. So this one has a little bit about perception. Right. So here. On focus on last perceived threat, cast to this. We check if the perceived threat is valid. If it is, we set active rotation. If it's not, then it gets the location. Find look at hostile AI perception component. We check that the perceived hostile action is not empty. I mean, they have some stuff here. It's not gonna give me like everything, obviously. I think some of this is for C++, but it's fine. This will get us started. But the main thing is we have some stuff now. We have some stuff. So yay! And this is I'll play around with. We need it for set up for EQS, which is why I didn't test EQS. But everything else is working. So yay. With that, guys, that is gonna do it for tonight, and I guess this week. I have geometry scripting video coming for Sunday that hopefully you guys will like. It's a little tool, geometry scripting tool that I like to use in some projects. So I'll be making a tutorial on that tomorrow for Sunday. And tax video tutorial when? Don't be me is the tutorial. You're all successful at it already. Great job. And your taxes will be easier. Anyway, I hope you all have a lovely weekend, and I will see you all on Monday at 6:30 Pacific. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.